Hi, wonderful people. I wanted to take a moment to thank you for engaging in collective prayer. This is such a sacred act of devotion to and communion with something that is much larger than our minds can ever comprehend, but our hearts and our souls yearn to know and yearn to connect with. I offer this channeled prayer from a knowing that all of life is a reflection of a deeper truth that is known by many names. And I also offer this prayer from the knowing that all of life is sacred and deserves to be treated as such. And the genocide of Palestinians, the exploitation and enslavement of Congolese people, and the many other practices and consciousness that we see stem from systems of domination that fuel what we know now as the Western world don't honor life at all. And it's our responsibility to do something about that. Who will you decide to become on this earth? Will you choose a feel-good illusion or a hard but freeing and necessary truth? It's my hope that we all use our free will for the purposes of collective liberation. So, free Palestine, free Congo, free Sudan, free Syria, free Yemen, free every single corner of this planet and our souls, so that love and truth may prosper. Thank you. I direct this prayer to that which is known by endless names and endless expressions, to that which cannot be bound by any separations we espouse. I honor and I revere all of your expressions, names, and the ways in which we experience you. I offer this prayer outside of me to all directions, so it may reach the hearts of all that behold you. I also offer this prayer inside of my being, so it may reach the innermost chambers of my heart, where I know you also rest. May this prayer prompt the highest healing of all, and restore the balance and well-being amongst and between humanity, our plant, animal, insect, and element kin, the earth to which we belong, our ancestors, and those beyond this earthly realm. We give thanks to and welcome our emotions, the shared language of our one soul, to guide us all into deepened connection, remembrance, and understanding, so we may be unified in our call for liberation. Help us access the wisdom of our anger and rage, so we may be in service to that which it communicates. Grant us the courage to feel fully what must be felt, so we may act upon our emotive intelligence. Support us in protecting those whose honor and dignity has been denied to them through our thoughts, words, and actions. May the root of our collective anger be understood in completeness and eliminated from our hearts, thoughts, beliefs, desires, and actions. And may the sacred earth we belong to be freed from the horrors this source has caused through us. Remind us gracefully that we need not hold the weight of this anger on our own, that there are many hearts who have felt and are feeling now how we feel across time, and whom we can lean upon when we are open and honest about our anger. May our expression of this sacred emotion guide us toward one another in restoration and in healing. Guide us in accessing the strength, courage, and will that exists within us to protect and restore our internal boundaries, so we may remember ourselves beyond the bounds of white supremacy, colonialism, capitalism, cis-heteropatriarchy, and all systems of domination. Restore us gracefully with the values, logic, beliefs, desires, dreams, imaginations, grounded in the truth of our unity and the boundlessness of love. We will no longer live in denial. We will no longer live disconnected. We will no longer live separate from the truth. We pray for the continuous restoration of our hope and our capacity to dream beyond what is in front of us, for we know the fight for liberation is a generational mission. I ask that our loving and truthful ancestors, human and beyond human, who have walked this path of loving justice to assist us in understanding our unique roles and responsibilities at this time. We thank and we honor you, warrior healers, for honoring your anger and rage and alchemizing it into loving action so that we may be here now to do the same for those to come. We pray for those within our lineages who have passed with unprocessed anger and rage. And we also pray for those who have expressed their anger and rage through violence and harm doing to be healed through the work we do now in restoring right relationship with our emotions. May we all be free to express our anger in ways that strengthen and restore rather than harm and deny our relationship with the life around us. Please encourage our will and capacity to continue to witness and hold the voices and stories of the humans in Palestine, the Congo, Sudan, Yemen, Syria, and all over the world who are experiencing horrific suffering at the hands of colonial greed. May the witnessing of their truth and their courage to express it, despite the risk, inspire us all into sacred loving action. We pray that justice, one that doesn't punish but transforms the conditions that caused harm, be brought forth in this relationship. We pray for the complete ending of genocide, exploitation, war, enslavement, and all other human-created catastrophes grounded in supremacy, greed, and separation. These creations do not reflect the truth of who we are, nor who we desire to become. We pray for the protection of the children of these lands in the name of and honor of those who have been murdered. We anger with and for you at the injustices you have faced and the beautiful life experiences you have been denied due to colonial greed and the indifference of our governments. Please hold their hearts tenderly and surround them with the community needed to process their grief, their anger, and their trauma, so that their lives may be fruitful with love, their hearts may know peace, and their souls may know freedom. We extend our hearts to these children and devote our actions to honor those who have been killed. We honor the protection and restoration work of anger and rage for them and for you. We pray for the parents and families of those whose loved ones have been murdered. May you have the spaciousness to rage, to cry, and to feel the depth of which you feel, and be surrounded by all of the support that you need to hold you through all that you are experiencing. We pray you are able to know peace, grounded in the end of what caused your pain. May your pain initiate us all into loving action that creates a world in which a pain like yours is never experienced again. We extend our hearts to the parents and families and devote our actions to honor those who have been taken from them. We honor the protection and restoration work of anger and rage for them and for you. We pray for the lineages that are no longer with us, those who have been eliminated due to violence, hatred, genocide, enslavement, and all methods of domination. While life and death exist as one, your death was grounded in devastating misunderstandings of freedom. We pray that your life song is remembered in our hearts, and that the love which you cultivated and experienced while you were physically here lives on eternally. The land on which you lived sings your name. The waters by which you rested remembers the sound of your laughter, and the air that once rested in your lungs carries your song. Deep in the fire of anger we feel rests the seed of your vision for a world in which all that is lives in its true nature of freedom. We extend our hearts to you and devote our actions to honor your lineage. We honor the protection and restoration work of anger and rage for you. We pray for the protection and restoration of the lands on which we live, and for the protection and restoration of the indigenous stewards of these lands, human and beyond human ancestors, elders, living descendants, and those to come. Our collective liberation begins with restoring what has been disconnected, within and without, to maintain the injustices brought by the systems of domination that we are dismantling. May your lives, rituals, ceremonies, and worldviews thrive once again in accordance with the land you know as home. May we work in collaboration with one another, applying the worldviews that sustain peace, balance, harmony, and guiding those who are lost and in search of another way to their remembrance. May we all remember. We give our most heartfelt thanks to those who have been a source of love, compassion, and support in the lands which genocide and war currently exist, to those who have offered dignity to the dead, love to the grief-stricken, and moments of joy and connection to parentless children. We pray you are continuously met with this level of love, care, and kindness tenfold in your life. We give thanks to those who are guiding our prayers to realization. Thank you for allowing us to access the beauty of our feeling bodies. Thank you, anger and rage, for guiding us to our values and allowing us to uncover the love that rests at your core. May that love be the seed we sow wherever we go. We give thanks to your magic of protection, restoration, and honor. May we live in ways that honor your presence when it is here. We give thanks to the lives and the processes that have sustained us and our lineages since the beginning of time. We give thanks to the fierce and courageous truth tellers who are laying the foundation for a new world grounded in truth. We give thanks for our lives and all of the experiences that they hold. We give thanks for the call to serve and to live for something greater than our individual selves. We give thanks to the call of freedom and the generations before us who have heeded that call. We give thanks to all that we can, knowing that grace lies deeply in all wounds, and we need only live with an open heart to receive what is always available to us. May we choose love. May we choose truth. May we know it as one and the same. As we prepare to close this prayer, please know that this prayer is not complete. Please bring forth the prayers in our hearts that have no words. Those prayed so silently we may not even know that they exist. You know our quietest truths with such intimacy. So guide us closer towards them and closer towards you. With all of us united, we surrender this prayer to you. That which is love, that which is eternal, that which is boundless, and that which is free. May it be so. Hi, everyone. This prayer is a part of an emotional liberation series that I've created in order to help folks access and integrate their most misunderstood emotions so that we have capacity to be present to and move with intention within our healing and liberation work. Anger and rage are the first emotions that we're covering in this series. If you're interested in diving more deeply into the emotional liberation series or more deeply into anger and rage, I invite you to subscribe. I will be posting a video next week that covers the wisdom of anger and rage, the personal and political disconnect that we might feel with this emotion, as well as tools for reconnection. I'm also holding a sacred ritual space for us to access our rage and integrate it into our movements for healing and liberation. This will be specifically centering folks who are familiar with colonial violence. And so if you have any interest in joining this series, being a part of the series, I invite you to subscribe. Liking, commenting, and sharing this video helps folks who need this support access it, and so I invite you to do that as well. And I would love to know how you received this prayer. You can always connect with me on my Instagram at Sid S. Simpson. Take good care.